The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. Hey, what's up everybody? FaceDisgrace here once again, back with the final episode of the Beginner's Guide. So I'm excited to get into this. I said it was going to happen next week, but I've gotten really busy and I couldn't keep myself away because I wanted to see how this game ends. So without me talking, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, let's get into this game. The Tower. Okay. I'm kind of surprised the narrator didn't just immediately show up. I thought he was just gonna start talking.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
That is very... It looks like it's getting taller as I, walk forward, but I think it's just like a slanting ceiling kind of giving it that scope. Wow. Just imagine seeing something like this in real life, how impressive that kind of scope is.
This room actually has a maze in it.
Whoa!
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise. So the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all.
Nope.
But I do want to show you the rest of the level, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Okay, how about I'm gonna try a little bit to get through this flippin' maze. We'll see how that goes. Maybe this, nope, not that way. I'll be right back. Right, left. I say right when I go left. I feel like it's over on this side. Nope, maybe I'm just an idiot. Okay, you know what? Forget it. Forget this. Just press enter. Give me the... This is really impressively scaled design.
Fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
I don't know. I don't know what the invisible maze is. He trying to say that life is basically impossible because
the only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him. But I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here.
Shoot. No. I want to put this
I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Nope, I'm not looking at it right now. You can't make me. December the 1st. Fine then, 1-5, whatever. We'll just do it. Okay, there we go. What did that do? Oh, all right. So now we've got a meeting staircase. Man, this puts the Batcave to shame. Take that, Bruce Wayne. It's like a very gothic sort of an atmosphere going on, but I'm not really sure what Coda's trying to say with it, except what our, narrator's been saying. Isolation. Maybe some...
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem.
Yeah, that...
failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
Why, thank you. The narrator's even starting to sound depressed about all this. Huh, there's the... But if that was
a failure for not understanding this game? I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
That's kind of depressing. This guy apparently really did care about his friend Coda and wanted to get to know him better. I mean, that's standard, par for the course of human interaction is wanting to know and to be known. Coda was just kind of withdrawing into a shell.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left, and it felt somehow like I had failed.
So it sounds like the narrator needed to feel like he wasn't just, the only person. The only person actually taking a liking to these games, finding art in them, finding meaning in them. Dear Davey, thank you for your interest in my games. I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore. Well,
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
That's just so sad. Apparently, Coda did not want his work to be shared with other people, which Davey did, in a totally innocent way. And it ruined the experience of... Man, that's hard. Poor Davey, poor Coda, both of them, really. That's really hard.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... It felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
I'm making these games for you. So it looks like Davey just... I don't know.
And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
Yeah. Would you stop taking my games and shit? Whew. Dang. Giving them something that is not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe. Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them? What? Whoa, wait.
And then you stopped. And I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
I feel physically ill. Desperately need something and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. Wow. There's a huge fallout between these two. The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. So was Davey taking us through these games and interpreting them for us when really that's not what Coda was seeing in his games? Which is fine, you're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks and that you make peace with this thing you are wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
When you finally see what I am talking about, don't say anything. Okay. So we've got the usual... Whoa.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please.
Oh, geez,
I'm
the wall
fading,
is shrinking.
and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Wow. Wow. Sounds like this guy really did have a lot of issues if he has having some sort of need to see this person's work just to feel okay. Okay, so we're looking. Looks like Grand Central Station. I'm trying to come up with like witty things to say, but man, this game does not pull any punches when it gets to where it's going at all. All right, well, let's see let's forge ahead.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
Is this what it's like? It kind of reminds me of how some people become fanatics about like certain groups of music or art, and they start needing something and they find some sort of release in this person's art.
Solution.
And it feels like Davey, our narrator, was doing that with Coda's art, his games. And that's not what Coda wanted, and Coda started feeling pressure.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
Trying to find a deeper meaning in something where there is none. Like I was saying, it just reminds me of how people can be like with bands. How many times, you hear about the crazy fans that become absolutely obsessed with these bands, and they feel as if they're a part of, almost like a family with this band and with these people's work, and that's what Davey was going through with Coda.
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
So in reality, while Davey was telling us all these things about Coda, the reality is that he was the one seeing himself reflected in these games. What he was really seeing was some deeply rooted issues in his own self. Okay, now this is creepy. This is creepy and depressing all at the same time, walking under a giant
that my
bowl.
life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
I think it's a common problem among a lot of people, is needing that validation. I mean, we are social creatures and we rely on each other. And obviously we want each other to like each other. So I don't think Davey is alone at all.
I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna... Okay.
Are we never gonna get an explanation for all of this? There's something a little bit peaceful, but also a little bit melancholy just about these structures and everything going on. But I'm gonna hop down this mine shaft and see what we do. Yep. This gives me flashbacks to games that just would drop enemies while you're waiting on a really slow elevator. I was almost half expecting to have to fight for my life. When I started this game, this was definitely not... I don't know where I expected this game to go, but it was definitely not to a very dark and sad place like the place that it's gone. Talking about depression and putting too much dependency on one person. You'll find it the opposite sometimes with people that they wanted that validation so bad and they couldn't get it and they couldn't find it and they become calloused and they become very bitter just about their lives in general, and you see that. Man, don't make me kill myself and tell me that that's the end. I'm really hoping that this beam takes me up. Beam me up, Scotty. Don't kill me. What? Yay, it took me up. I didn't die. Ooh, that's kind of hard on the eyes. All right, so we've got more of a... Holy cow. This is actually quite pretty. Wow. Almost looks like a floor tiling now that I'm up this high above it. Just stretching out as far as the eye can see. I was just about to say, what does this mean? But we've just been told that sometimes there's not meaning in the things. Sometimes it's just... it is what it is for its own sake. Sometimes there's not a deeper meaning in it. I guess I just kind of want to put that into it and figure out what it means, and maybe finding out what something means, or what we think it means, is a reflection on ourselves.
Turn back.
4R.
Turn back from this cave. You said, let me
This project would not have been possible without the following individuals. Alright, I am going to sit here and watch these credits and see if there's anything that's important in them, and if not, I will cut them out. Well, guys, that was it. This is the final episode of the Beginner's Guide. I'm struggling to find words of what I really want to say about this game. I loved it. I absolutely loved this game. It was unique. You could argue that it would almost be appropriate as a film and almost better in that way, but I would disagree with that because I think walking through and seeing it and having it happen to you instead of watching it happen to other people makes it more meaningful, in a sense. And I really do encourage you guys, if you want to find this game, it's on Steam. It's $15. It was really good. Very, very good game. Highly would recommend this, guys. I'm kind of sad it's come to an end, actually. Really enjoyed doing this series for you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching it just as much as I have had making it. If you enjoyed this final episode, feel free to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't. Really, I'm highly encouraging you guys. Comment below. Talk to me about what you think about this game. Talk to me what you thought about it. What happened between the fallout between Danny and Coda. What do you guys think? I want to hear from you guys. I want to talk to you guys about it. I really loved this game, and I would absolutely love to discuss it with you guys. So feel free, please comment below, tell me what you think. And my name is FaceDisgrace, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope you have a good day. Peace out.
Turn